Well, hello, and we continue our series with Douglas COBB and his notable projects providing and installing structural insulated panels. I've got it, I think, ready, and we're gonna look at what he tells us right here. We'll start with the front page, where he says he has licensed general contractor in Virginia, which is my home state, Maryland, and West Virginia. Well, we're not gonna care about that at this point, but we do care about this and that, and this was already established. He has no general contractor license in the state of Virginia, okay? Now, here's something I got for you about the Maryland.
The name is Douglas, D-O-U-G-L-A-S, second middle name Allen, A-L-A-N, and last name is COBB, C-O-B-B.
Let me check the list of names that I have. Douglas COBB in my record.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because he's fraud. So, but thank you so much for looking it out. And I did look at it too, but I thought maybe there are other ways. Yeah, there's only one that the different person. This is COBB and Sons, right? That's what you see.
Yeah, I didn't see anything for that person with that name.
And never been, or you know, if let's say they, like in Virginia here, they have expiration, but it's still going to be in the system. What about your state? How is that?
Yeah, in our state, if it doesn't come up in our records at all, they either never registered with us at all, or they don't have a license. They either don't have a license at all, or they have a license out of state, but they never registered with the state of Maryland, which means legally they should not be doing any work in the state of Maryland.
Thank you so much for explaining that. That's very, very, very important. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You have a wonderful day.
And this was a Maryland Department of Labor just confirming that Mr. COBB does not have the general contractor license in Maryland and never did. He only has it on that piece of paper, right? And he's taking that to court to show his achievements, right? And this has been just confirmed, because as you can see, this was me asking the question if he has a bachelor's degree, and they respond he has many qualifications and no bachelor's degree. Well, at least somebody somewhat honest behind that shares that information. So going back to his education, so we know no license, and West Virginia, at this point, I don't really care. He can do whatever in his own home state, but probably no license either. Okay, looking back at his education here, and if you see, this is how he does. I'm gonna have to pull this page right here. Let's see. Going back to his original professional resume, okay? And I suppose that he's going backwards. He's only given two years, 2 dates, which is 11, 10, what happened prior, and then that's obviously the most recent, the way he said that resume. But Mr. COBB, when you do your resume, let me give you, yeah, there is a trend, Mr. COBB, because you put me in the shelter now, okay? That's what you see. Let me just down zoom that. Okay, so what do we have here? We have his education, okay? So he had to start this Navy Power School in 1992, because in 1998 that was the last class that graduated, and then the school was transferred from Florida to South Carolina. I don't know why Mr. COBB tells us that actually Orlando to Saratoga. So apparently this is what we see there, you know, and then maybe since it's 6 years, I would imagine maybe some kind of scholarship going on the side afterwards. I don't know. And then we have 12 years of gap. There is nothing happening in reference to his education. Then we have these 2 trainings, 27-hour and 8-day training. Then we have, I suppose, the 2-year of university and the 1 year of, we don't even know what he was studying there at this point, something to do with engineering, right? But he wasn't studying that. If he took English 101 or 151, that would be very good actually. But then he also much more privileged than me because he was born to speak English. I actually had to learn English to speak. And now we're gonna look at his, let's see, notable projects. So I'm gonna go one by one. Okay, design, build, residence, West Virginia, we don't really care about that. This is his recent project. I'm guessing that could be as far as his own residence, okay? We don't know that. Then he is talking about lead installer. What is this? Mariposa Meadows project for Green Builder Media, Colorado. Now, he tells us right here, he doesn't have license for Colorado. That would be CEO. So how could he do this project here, right? Installer, he's installing, he's doing something without license in the state of Colorado in 2014. Next we have Maryland, first certified passive house, Rockville, Maryland. You just heard that conversation. He's not licensed to do that there. So maybe opening boxes, what he was doing there, okay? Then we have Wounded Warriors Project, Waller Reed, again, Maryland, not licensed, not licensed. Then we go to installation of residence show house Kingdom in Bahrain. So I guess he built the King of Bahrain, a SIP house or SIP palace rather, right? Then we have Washington DC passive house 2010, while he should be still in school, by the way. And yes, in DC he has no building license. So how he did accomplish that, I don't know. I don't know. That's something we should ask him. 3 solar decathlon houses sponsored. Who cares? If he's talking about SIPs here, then who cares what he did with the solar, right? Or did he? Then we have New England residence designed by Daniel Lepskin. What is he has to do with that if that was designed by this gentleman here in 2009 while he was, oh, I guess he was doing something. That's the gap, the 12-year gap, right? Let's see, what else we have here? Chesapeake Central School, the largest SIP project to that date. Look how he's talking too. This is so illiteral. A K-12 grade school with over, you know, you can even say how many teachers work in there, how many children are in there. Who cares about that? But I did call them and they don't believe that this was built from 2008 with using SIP panels, right? Largest SIP project. If that is the case, more likely this school is fallen by now, but they actually did talk to me. So that's questionable if he actually used SIPs on that project, which is a large school, and that does exist, and it is in North Carolina. I checked that out. It's North Carolina school, and again, we don't have a building license for North Carolina, and even if he's doing his SIPs, he would still have to have some kind of building license to even operate, right? Makes sense that way. Then we have Sustainable Research House on the National Mall, and I do believe this is a Washington DC, again, there's no license for that. He doesn't have any license to build anything. Maybe just helping with opening products, boxes, tools. I don't know. Same thing. Planet Zero Energy House, DC. He was probably just watching construction and already put it on resume as one of his notable projects. And then we have the first platinum LED project ever built in Annapolis, Maryland, where he does not have general contractor building license. Yes, this is his work, the notable one, see? But the real work is right here. I want you to look at that. This is a court record, and this is the roof of Mr. Lawrence. And this is what happened to this roof 8 years later after he put these SIPs. And look, he even got metal roof, metal sheets covering that. And look what happened. This more likely what the notable the most notable project by Mr. COBB that he did. Yeah. So not that funny, but there you go. Look at that again. And yes, Mr. COBB, when you do your notable projects, it should be the same as I'm showing you here. To do your education, you should put the years and then the project. So you should put the year first and then the project that you didn't even do, but maybe just watch it on the Wikipedia. Yeah, it's a pure fraud. And this guy is teaching at SIPA, Structural Insulated Panel Association, and he is teaching architects, contractors, builders, while he doesn't have his own building license. I just showed you that. All right, Mr. COBB. Next probably be the consulting highlights. Talk to you soon.